Let's get into it. Coach Colin here. If you didn't know, Trump had a rally in the South Bronx. He shook up New York with this one, and he definitely shook up the mainstream media. MSNBC, CNN, all of them. They don't know what to do. They're shocked that there were black people. They don't understand why there were Hispanic people. They're trying to do damage control. Right now we're covering MSNBC. Joy Reid is in the building. Blonde wig effect. She has her blonde wig on. She's not playing around today, folks. Now, I know you don't want to listen to Joy Reid. I understand completely, okay? But you have to listen to the mainstream media so you can catch what it is that they're doing, and so you can understand why your mother, grandmother, or random uncle on holidays is saying the things that they say. You gotta have an understanding. Now I'm gonna play a minute here and a minute there, and then I'm gonna interrupt, correct what she's saying, because she's talking a whole bunch of nonsense. Let's get into it. Let's start with this first clip here.
But we begin tonight with Donald Trump's preoccupation with crowd size, which continued in an unhinged Bronx rally where he boasted huge crowds of 25,000 plus. So take a look. Is that what you see here? 25,000 people? Well, based on the police department, as well as math, the laws of physics, and the existence of eyeballs, you can see that Trump, once again, is lying. It's the lie that launched 1,000 memes, with folks comparing this paltry scene with what actually constitutes a crowd of 25,000. Like the crowd Andrea Bocelli drew at the Barclays Center, or this rally, but for Barack Obama in Iowa. Ouch, that's gotta hurt. Because if anything triggers Donald Trump, it's the Obama factor. Remember back in 2017, on that awful day for American history when Trump was inaugurated president, he predicted huge crowds for his ceremony, bigger than Obama's. But then these photos famously showed a view of the crowd on the National Mall at the inaugurations of Obama on the left and Trump on the right. Both images were shot shortly before noon from the top of the Washington Monument. The lies continue to this day. Just a couple of weeks ago, a so-called raucous beachfront rally in New Jersey drew between 80 and 100,000 people, according to Wildwood officials. But then those same Republican officials later said that the number reflected not really how many people were at the rally per se, but rather it was the number of people, quote, in our town. Make it make sense, or rather don't. We know the absurdity is the point. This is a thing with Donald Trump, an overinflated sense of self and an orchestrated lie to make him seem bigger, better, more popular, admired, and well-received than he actually is. You know who else does that? Dictators.
For her to go from crowd size all the way back to 2016 when he first got elected to dictator today is absolutely amazing. A lot of people do mental gymnastics. She's not into mental gymnastics, people, okay? She's into mental teleportation. She's like an anime character. She's just like zoom, zoom. Absolutely amazing. And here's the thing. This is why I say you got to listen to them. Because he has a rally in the South Bronx. It goes well. He connects hundreds of people, thousands of people, white, black, Hispanic, from the Bronx, not from the Bronx, all people just coming together. It was good. A lot of people from the Bronx were like, I can't believe someone finally came to the Bronx. That's a good thing. But the mainstream media looks at it and goes, no. Actually, just so you know, the crowd wasn't that big. And also, I mean, like, come on, this guy's a dictator. I mean, remember Barack Obama and 2016? Come on, we know about this guy already. What are you talking about? Are you even covering the rally? Like, what? You have that much of an issue with it. That much. And here's the weird thing. That much of an issue with people coming together. Because they're not coming together for the person or the narrative that they're putting out. It's very interesting the way that happens. Now, I told people about this, that X was covering it left and right. There was a lot of left-leaning accounts on X that kept on showing one image, and it's crazy that it made it all the way to MSNBC because people were talking about this from as soon as the rally started. So this person is just talking about numerous left-leaning accounts on X, sharing images of Trump's rally. But the image that she showed you just now was taken at 11:09 EST, and the rally officially started at 6 p.m., with Trump taking the stage at 6:30 p.m. EST. NYC Marshals estimated that there were roughly 156,000 people at the peak of the event, so not even through the whole thing. You know, I got a bias. I like Trump. I got a Trump shirt on. But I'm not going to sit there and say from morning until night, there were hundreds of thousands of people, tidal waves of people. They camped out and they sang songs of MAGA and Mary. I'm not going to do that. That's ridiculous. But at the peak, there was 100,000, more than 100,000 people there. Makes sense. Doesn't it make sense? Well, think about it. You're at the Bronx. You've never had anybody come and see you at all, especially a president, to come and touch down and not only just see, but also to talk to you. Okay, I'm going to go. Even if I didn't like Trump, I'm going to go. Because it's an event. It becomes like a fair. It's like there's a random fair where everybody's going to be there and there's going to be music. Okay, let's go. Why not? Makes perfect sense. Not to Joy Reid, though. But it's funny because that image that she showed was 11:09 a.m. And I like the thing that I like the most is that she showed this guy. That's not Trump. A lot of people kept saying, especially on X, they were saying Trump took the stage at XY time, 11:09 a.m. That's not Trump. He didn't take the stage at that time. Very, very interesting. Let's hear a little bit more of what Joy Reid has to say. Let's hear a little bit more. I know it's like a chalkboard, but do it for me, okay? She has some things to say. Let's hear her out.
Knowing people will just believe any narrative that they are fed. And we know this about Donald Trump. But this is also about the media taking the bait, with reports on Trump's crowd size snatching all the headlines. This is a call for some good old-fashioned shoe leather reporting. Was anyone at this rally asked if they're actually from the Bronx? Because remember, the New York City borough of the Bronx boasts a majority of Black, Latino, and blue voters. Yet that crowd, I'm just saying, it looked awfully white.
You know what? As a Black person, I don't use our ability to just be racist and have no backlash. I need to use that more often. Just look at her. Look at her face. It's awfully white. She works for MSNBC. Her audience the demographic is probably largely white. And she's just like, I bet there was a bunch of white people there. Potato salad. It's like, hey, you're saying it's us. Why you doing that? I'm just saying it's pretty white over there. What are you talking about? And also, the media was running away with how large the crowd was because the NYC Marshals stated it. They weren't just going off on their own thing. Anderson Cooper wasn't there like 1, 2, 3, 4. Should I tally up the blacks as well? Or just everybody? Okay. 5, 6. So he wasn't doing that. There was nobody doing that. The NYC Marshals have to do that because they have to know what's going on. They have to know when they're at capacity. They have to know when it's getting dangerous. They have to know when it's getting wild. So they were doing that. But, you know, if you're listening to AOC, when she was on MSNBC, she says Trump's broke. But if you want to go, real left-wing, wild conspiracy, maybe Trump's broke and he's also paying the NYC Marshals. Maybe that's it. Hey, I believe in Hollow Earth, so I'm down. I'm down for any conspiracy theory you want to throw out there. But the one thing she said was, it's time for some leather shoe reporting, of which she's never done in her life. Just so you know, she's reading a teleprompter and she didn't write the thing that is on the teleprompter. Okay? I'm just saying. It's not a jab. I'm just saying. And again, I need to start using that because that racism she threw out there, just real nice. Pretty white crowd. I mean, these MAGA people, right? Like, hey man, what are you talking about? She's like, I didn't really see many black people. I mean, if there were thousands of black people, where were the gunshots? Where were the chicken vendors? If there were some Hispanic people there, where were the empanadas? I didn't see any empanadas. I didn't see one taco truck. Huh. Funny how that works. Hey, Hey, you can't say all that. Of course I can. I'm black. And I have a blonde wig on. Best of both worlds. What? Huh? You can't do that? Can she? You know, I'm going to put on a blonde wig. Watch. Put on a blonde wig. Then I can say whatever I want. Oh my God. It's absolutely amazing. But like she said, nobody even asked if these people were from the Bronx. And she's right.
Where are you from?
The Bronx, actually.
I'm originally from the Bronx and from New York.
I'm from the Bronx.
Right here in the Bronx, New York. This is home, right here.
AOC says if you're not a Democrat, you don't belong here in the Bronx. Right. What do you say?
I disagree with that.
I don't think she should be here in the Bronx. I actually don't know any Democrats living in the Bronx.
Look, AOC, look at the tremendous support for Mr. Donald J. Trump.
You need to tell her then she need to stay out the Bronx because look at all the people around. Everybody's here for Trump.
I am a Democrat, and I belong here.
And who are you voting for?
Donald J. Trump.
What has AOC done for the Bronx?
She's done nothing for the Bronx. Nothing. Nothing's changed. Nothing's gotten any better.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Let her come to the Bronx and let her come among us people that struggle. She doesn't even know what struggle is.
Nobody asked. I wish somebody had asked these people. And listen, don't let this guy fool you, okay? That's clearly a white guy, okay? I don't have time to zoom in. If I zoomed in, you'd be able to see. I know what it looks like, okay? But he's not. And this guy, that's not a black person. That's not a black person. Don't worry. I mean, listen, white people come in all shades and colors. These are just white guys. You could tell by the fact he said he's a Democrat. Look at him. Oh, he's a Democrat. Oh, come on. Oh my gosh. Absolutely amazing. I gotta say, I love Joy Reid. Fantastic. Fantastic journalistic work from that lady. Check out this crowd. And, you know, I kind of get it. I get what she's saying. You know, when you have Hispanic people, like look at this lady right here. You know what I mean? From the untrained Joy Reid eye, this lady, you could mistake her for white. You know what I mean? Her too. She could easily be mistaken for white. I mean, look at her shirt. You know what I'm talking about? She's light skinned, you know, a white person. And you know what else is really funny about that? Is it bad that there's white people there? Is that a problem? Is that not allowed in South Bronx? I don't know. I figured South Bronx, you're fine as long as you're just, you know, not doing anything bad. Yeah, I figured you were just allowed there. Oh, there's a white guy. Never mind. Joy's right. Look at that. That's a white guy right there. Done. Nah, that's a white guy too. Who's that? Oh, it's Donald Trump. Sorry. Whew. Oh my gosh. Absolutely amazing. Oh man, but she's not done. It's just one more clip, guys. Relax. Let her talk. So sure. I so much confidence on her face. So much confidence. Oh my gosh. It's amazing. It's amazing. I aspire to be like this one.
The strategy is to convince America that black and brown folks are the Americans who are really, really into Trump. But as Trump was lying on stage, this is what actual New Yorkers were saying on the ground.
Nobody who is authentically from the Bronx is willing to co-sign hatred and xenophobia and misogyny and all of the things that this guy represents.
Let Donald Trump know that he is not welcome in the Bronx.
Do you think there's any people you know in the Bronx or friends that would consider voting for him?
No, I don't know anyone that consider voting for him.
Doesn't quite fit Trump's narrative, does it? And think about it. If Trump has so many supporters in New York, why aren't they showing up in droves to support him at his trial, where the courthouse is literally just a subway ride away? This is Tuesday, one supporter. Usually there are none. Trust me, I've been there. And to top off this tomfoolery, Trump floated Florida Congressman Byron Donalds as a potential vice presidential pick. Donalds, who backed Trump's lie that Biden authorized the feds to take him out, that guy, the one black guy that Republicans love to roll out as fake proof that black people, the blacks, are just MAGA. They're MAGA.
Man, it's wild how some people who are left leaning will just throw out morality. They're like, I'll be racist towards white people. I will be racist towards fellow black people. I do not care. If Donald Trump if it has anything to do with Trump, I'm going to be as racist as I want to be. Okay. No one's going to stop me. Look at her. She was like one step away from calling that guy boy or something. Oh, that one person. You know what she wanted to say? She's like, I'm on TV. I can't call him that, but I should. That one guy, they just roll him out like he's Hannibal Lecter. He's just in the thing with the mask on. They just roll him out. Oh my gosh, absolutely amazing. And I have to say, she's right. There's these people, and these guys are obviously anti-Trump. You know, this guy even said, if you're authentically from the Bronx, which doesn't mean anything, just so you know. But let's just count it up real quick. I'm just gonna count it up real quick. 1, 2, 3. I'll count that hand as 1. 4. We'll count this face here. 5, 6. We'll say that's a different person. 7. Bring it over here. 8. There you go. And then there's a sign there. We'll say 9. But I have a feeling this gentleman is holding 2 signs here. Here, this guy here. I have a feeling he's holding 2 signs. But we'll say 10. We'll tell you there's 10 people here. I get it. Cool. So there's 10 people. And then he said there's more. Okay. Let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Okay, that person, these 2 people were already there. These 2 people. But you know what? Let's count them. Let's count them twice. It's all good. It's all good. I'll do that for you. So, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's a sign there. Let's say 15. There's one back there. Say 16. I think that's a sign. We'll say 17. That's a sign there. We'll say 18. That one, 19, 20, 21. You know what? There's no way there's that many people. But let's say there's 50 people. Okay. There's 50 people who are very much against Trump. Cool. But that's how. And here's the thing. This is why even Trump helped those people. Because MSNBC wasn't going out to talk to those people until Trump decided to go to the Bronx. So even people who don't like him are benefiting from him being there. If he didn't show up, they'd be like, hey, we're anti-Trump. Do you want to interview us? They'd be like, get out of here. Get away from my cameras. Get away from my cameras. Joy, some of your people are by the cameras. Get away from my cameras right now. Kidding. These are jokes. But yeah, there you go. So there's some people that are anti-Trump. But at the same time, she's bringing up people like, why aren't they at court? Why aren't they at the courthouse? She's like, this is Tuesday. Hey, Joy, people have jobs. They can't just stand in front of the courthouse all day. You understand that, right? She's like, oh, why aren't they at the courthouse? If there's so many blacks and Hispanics who like Trump, they obviously know where the courthouse is. Hey, what's the matter with you? You can't say that. And again, just for good measure, some more people who are happy about Trump. Okay. I showed her side. I did. I showed her side. I did. I showed those 30 people that I'm counting as 50. No problem. But let's show some of the 100,000.
Did you ever expect Donald Trump to come to the South?
Not really. No, never. Nobody else, I think, had done this. I think it's a good thing. It doesn't matter who it is.
I think I definitely am surprised. I don't think I would have expected him to come to the Bronx. So
actually, I think him being in the Bronx is pretty cool. So I was like, I'm gonna just go through and see. We were interested, so we took a walk over, and it's pretty cool to see the different diversity of people that came and are coming together for today.
That's what I was going to say. Have you ever gone to a Trump rally? Are you political at all? Or are you just curious about
No,
what's
I've
going
never
on?
been. I actually just came because he's in the Bronx.
I didn't expect it, to be honest, right here at Crotona Park in the South Bronx, but us people, we love Trump.
I don't know of any president that's ever come to the Bronx. Period.
Did you ever expect him to come here?
No, not at all. Not at all. And I'm so excited.
No, we never expected him to come here. But it's not like they say, not everybody dislikes him. We love him here, and we're glad he showed up.
I think it's a good thing for the neighborhood. We all deserve to be here, whether we are from the left side or right side, doesn't matter. And plus, we need a little bit of, how you call it, a little bit of VIP attention.
There you go. And that one thing she just said, doesn't matter if you're from the left or the right. She's right. 100%. 100%. Like I said, those people who are right leaning or left leaning, they deserve to have their voices heard. You know, they have and also they have the right to have their voices heard, and also Trump's there so they can hear what he has to say. Maybe all of a sudden they see a different side of what, instead of seeing what's always edited and clipped up by the media, they get to hear him just talk. Maybe they get to have conversation. They see some faces that look like theirs. And they're saying, why are you here? And then all of a sudden they get an explanation. Then they start connecting. And then they look at somebody, maybe a white person. Sorry, Joy, there was white people there. Oh my God, I know. It's terrible. But maybe they connect with a couple of those people. And, they have a mindset where it's like, oh, I've always been taught that people like this don't like me. But this person was actually really nice. And it wasn't the worst thing in the world. It's like, I don't know, man. The fact that MSNBC is so willing to spew division like that is just so wild to me. And honestly, I'm showing this guy for Joy Reid because this is obviously a black guy. You can tell by his hat. It's Make America Great Again. That's obviously a white guy. I mean, there's no arguing that. Okay? I'm on Joy's side with this one. Okay? She knows what she's talking about. She's a professional. She's on the TV. What more do you have to say, right? It's very, very interesting by Joy Reid. I just wanted to show that video right there. Absolutely amazing, Joy Reid. And there's more to it. Do you want to see the rest of what Joy Reid has to say? I didn't think so. Neither do I. But she goes into this whole thing, and it's just basically bashing Trump, and it has nothing to do with the rally. Has nothing to do at all. It's so odd, man. But like I said at the beginning of this whole thing, they're in damage control. They don't know what to do. They're scrambling. They're like, what can I bring up? What happened in 2016? What happened in 1994? I need notes on what happened with Trump in 1994. The bad things. Please, hurry. It's absolutely ridiculous. MSNBC, people. That's what it's all about. Anyways, guys, like, subscribe, hit the notifications. It helps the channel tremendously. You have no idea. And other than that, I'm out.